How you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today we're taking a look at Resident Alien. Your ride's here. This is issue 5 of 6 from Dark Horse Comics, written by Peter Hogan and drawn by Steve Parkhouse. I'm not specifically talking about this comic. I'm talking about this series. It's just a wonderful series. It's a series of miniseries because Steve Parkhouse said he was too slow for a monthly grind. So they try to do like a mini series like every year, maybe two a year. The first series was called Welcome to Earth. It was 4 issues. The second was The Suicide Blonde, which was also 4 issues. Then The Sam Hain Mystery, which was 4 issues. The Man with No Name, 4 issues. An Alien in New York, 4 issues. And This Is Your Ride Here, 6 issues. Okay, let's open it up and take a look at it. Okay, so here we have an alien. He's going by the name of Harry Vanderspiegel. And what happened is in the very first series, he crash landed on Earth. They're not malicious aliens, and he looks like the typical, gray, even though he's kind of purple. And what it is he crash landed on Earth, and he's a good guy. He wants to go back home, but I forget exactly what happened. The transmissions are lost or whatever, so he can't get back home. He can't even communicate with his people. So there's like a distress signal, and they may or may not be coming to get him. So he's wasting time, abiding his time. He went to a small location in the Northeast. What was it? Patience, Washington State. And what he's doing is he just started reading a lot, and he's very intelligent, and he helped somebody who got hurt, so they made him the town doctor. He faked his credentials and everything like that. And while he was being the doctor, somebody was being beat up, or I think there was a murder. Yeah, that's right. There was a murder, and they didn't have a coroner. The town is too small, so they asked the doctor to check it out, and he solved the crime. So now he's a doctor he's a space alien posing as a doctor who kind of helps solve crimes. So I just like it. It's charming. But the thing I like about it the most is the writing and all the characters. It's small town America. And I think Peter Hogan is a Brit. I think he actually wrote some episodes of Doctor Who. But the way the people talk, the way the people interact. Oh yeah, and he has some sort of mesmeric ability, so nobody could see him. He looks like a normal human, except this little girl, some children, and something like 1 out of 1,000 people can penetrate his disguise, which is why he stays in a small town. You can obviously understand the problems it would cause if people knew that he was an alien. So this little girl, not to give anything away, but she was abducted, and he helped find her and bring her back, and it scared her. So I think she had an adult experience, so she could no longer see him anymore. She doesn't have the childlike innocence anymore. So she's wondering if they're still friends, or you're still the same person. So he's like, I don't know, maybe it means you're growing up. And I just love the little interactions. I love the down-to-earth, matter-of-fact art style, and I love the earthy colors. It's nothing about it is spectacular. It's kind of funny to see him walking around as an alien, and they're going to diners and they're having coffee and they're having conversations. And I know I was busting on Marvel Comics for just having regular, but this isn't a Marvel comic. The purpose of this is supposed to be this alien is seeking a normal, quiet, normal life, but there's crimes. And because he's an alien, there was evidence of an alien activity. So there's a government agency that's looking for aliens. So he's kind of hiding, trying to keep a low profile. He could be photographed, and the alien look is, so he doesn't go anywhere with his photograph, which is getting harder and harder because everybody has cell phone cameras and stuff like that. So he knows his time as an undetected alien is coming to a close. And his buddy is the sheriff, and somebody broke into the medical office where he's working, and they didn't take anything. So he thinks it's because they're trying to get to him as an alien, and he just thinks it's a junkie trying to get pills. So he doesn't want to lie to anybody, but he's starting to think maybe it's time to go to another town, start all over again. But he likes it here. There's a love interest. One of the things I don't like is his love interest, or may not be a love interest, is a Indian girl, a Native American girl, and her father is like the magical Indian with shamans, and he visits her in dreams, and they smoke peace pipes and have visitations, and of course he could see through the disguise, and I just find that stuff like only a Brit could do that and still think that like Indians are magical shamans. I mean, either there's magic in the world or there's not. So this guy is new to town, and he may or may not be a government operative that's looking for Peter Vanderspiel. And this is the stuff I like. Here they go to a ramen place, and they're just discussing, like, this guy, should I marry this girl? She's way too young for me, whatever, and, he's all preoccupied now because he thinks it's time to move. So he's not his normal compassionate self. And I just love the dialogue. I love the characterization, the normalness of it, to the point when you don't even notice that he's an alien. So here he is, this guy broke into the doctor's office and planted a bug on his phone, planted a bug everything. So he's just listening, and now he might be busted. Here, the government's coming to get him. So I don't want to do the last issue, but it is so good. It is so good. I haven't seen the television show. I like the guy that they cast to play Dr. Vanderspiel. He's kind of half alien himself, and I even love the title, Resident Alien. It works on so many levels. He's an alien. He's a resident living on Earth for the time being, and he's also a resident doctor. It's just so clever. But Peter Hogan's a professional, good writer. It's works so well as a down home, interesting, wholesome story, and it's about that outsider in all of us. Like, does he fit in? He doesn't fit in. He wants to fit in. And now that he is fitting in and people accepting him, it's time to move on. It's kind of heartbreaking. He doesn't stay anywhere too long because he can't. Because let's be realistic. We know what would happen if people found out that he was a space alien. And this is set in like a regular world. There's no superheroes. There's nothing. So he, as far as he knows, well, they found out that there was another alien before him, and that was the subject of The Man with No Name, an Alien in New York, as he found evidence of other aliens. But it's just so good. I cannot recommend this enough. It is a slow burn. It's charming. If you like character-driven stories, there's not that much action. He doesn't shoot laser beams. There's no flying. There's no giant robots. But it just works. It works because that's the whole purpose. And now I'm starting to repeat myself, so I'll stop it now. He's trying to fit in. He's trying to stay off the radar. He's trying to have just a normal life. And the writing is so good. There was just a little speech in here that made me want to talk about this particular comic. And I don't like to read text word for word for people, but I think one word balloon. So he just found out that a girl that he knew committed suicide. So does this mean Karen was guilty after all, or just suicidally depressed? I'll never know it. People, these tiny creatures scuttling around at the bottom of an ocean of gas on a speck of rock, hurtling through the endless void, yet they think of their lives as epic romances, and perhaps they are. The hard part is not everyone gets a happy ending. He's talking about himself, and he's also talking about Karen, the woman who committed suicide. So good. Such good writing. Such good characterization. And I like the artwork. If this artwork was on Fantastic Four or something like that, I'd be a little disappointed because I want my superhero comics to be bombastic, and over the top. But this is not a superhero comic. It's a regular slice of life with a space alien put it, so it works really well. I really do like it. I got to check out the TV show. If you've seen this TV show, please comment. Let me know if it's any good. So thanks a lot. I appreciate that you took time out of your day to listen to me ramble on about comic books. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers before my birthday. I got another week. So I'm at 95, then it stopped dead. I hate asking. I go on Twitter and I asked, and I got a bunch, and I just feel like it's begging, but I guess that's what I got to do. But thanks a lot. See you around. And then Thanksgiving's next week. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.